Welcome back to the Jason Delgado podcast. My name is Jason Delgado. Thank you so much for joining. I haven't been on for a couple weeks. That's my fault. I've been crazy busy, you guys. But it's good to be back. I wanted the rap beef to die first before I came back on and talked to everybody. This rap beef has been crazy, man. My Twitter feed, my Instagram, everybody's making jokes. Everybody's coming out with new songs. Everybody's dissing each other. They're revealing all the information. It's getting a little nuts. Anyway, welcome back. I'm Jason Delgado. I'm a comedian. Every week, usually, I come on and just talk about the week, rap it, see what's going on. But the rap battle took over my last couple weeks. I didn't want to speak on it or do anything about it until it was over. Plus, I've been doing a lot of shows and auditions and movies and television and traveling the world. Not really, but just been doing a lot of stuff. And so I wanted to hop on now. Got a couple shows this weekend coming up. So I wanted to just chit chat, say hey, give my opinion on some of the stuff that I've been seeing. This Drake Kendrick beef has been crazy. If you don't know, quick brief sort of summary. Kendrick Lamar is a rapper. Drake is a rapper. They are both battling via rap with each other because I guess Kendrick doesn't like Drake and dissed him on a track. And then Drake came back and dissed him. And he came back and he dissed Drake. But these disses are really just information dumps. It's not like you soft or you ain't legit in this place or whatever. It's I know you cheated on your wife. He's like, I know you're a pedophile. I know your social security number. And it's just revealing all of this crazy information that I think it's interesting and it's fun and it's cool to kind of see these guys go tat-a-tat in this sort of, I don't know, it's poetry battle. But it's still really fun because you have to use intelligence. You have to kind of use marketing. They have to use these tactics to sort of appeal to the culture. Who's going to be the more convincing party? But they're both just revealing such really crappy stuff about each other. Kendrick says that Drake is a pedophile, and Drake says that Kendrick's son is not really his, that it's really his friend who cheated on his wife. And then this going back and forth with this dirty stuff. And then he's like, I know this about your friends. I know this about your friends. And Kendrick stole a piece of luggage from Drake's entourage. But then you find out that Drake actually knew he was going to steal the luggage, so he put it there. It's bananas, wild, crazy stuff. But the rap battle is over. Kendrick did win. His big song is Not Like Us. And it's a great marketing ploy because it really doesn't matter if Drake out-battled or out-revealed Kendrick. People don't like Drake. That's just a simple fact. People just don't like Drake. And I don't know if it's because of money or popularity or, he does give off this persona in a way that feels almost like he's acting like a rapper, whereas Kendrick feels more authentic from the streets. But I don't really know these people. I don't know. It's all great marketing ploys. But they start playing Not Like Us during the NBA playoffs, and they start playing Not Like Us at Dodger Stadium during batters coming up. So the culture has decided Kendrick has won. And it's one of these things where you just realize how much likability is important. Likability is a huge factor in anything. If people like you and they sort of like your energy and like your vibe and you're giving off sort of a positive thing, that's going to attract more than the ones and zeros of your rhyme schemes or whatever that is, or even in this case, the information he revealed. Because, they both revealed some pretty crazy stuff. And Kendrick's sort of, accusations aren't necessarily provable or true. He's like, you sleep with all these young women, and all these young women are like, no, he doesn't. And Drake actually has more proof that Kendrick's wife cheated on him, but nobody cares because people think Drake's fake, Kendrick's real. We go with Kendrick. And the Not Like Us is such a dope track. It has such a great bop and beat. At the end of the day, you're likable, you're authentic, you got a good beat. That's going to get you further than anything else. It's going to get you further than money. It's going to get further than popularity. It's just going to carry you amongst the culture and amongst the people. And I think that's really what's important nowadays. Even just seeing, from the comedy world, people who come across as authentic, or for lack of a better term, are more authentic. tend to have a better following, a bigger following, and tend to be just more enjoyable to watch because of their confidence or whatever that may be. This last weekend, I saw the Cat Williams special. And one of the things that was so interesting about the Cat Williams special, which I really, really enjoyed, was that it was live on Netflix, so it couldn't be edited or kind of cut or any of these things. He's an older comic, like, in his 60s or like late 50s. He's put himself in this position where he is the truth teller. He's gone on all these shows and he's talking about, I expose this and I expose that, and I'm telling you the truth. This is the truth about what's going on that they're not telling you. And he's kind of put himself in this position to be like the authoritative figure on a lot of this sort of underground secret stuff. But how does that translate into comedy? Like, how do you take that persona and that sort of podcast rhetoric and make an hour-long special, make jokes with it? And he did it. He really did. He was able to take, just not make it just an info dump. Like, they're not telling you this, they're not telling you this. This was a lie, this is a lie. It was jokes. It was actual jokes. It was very funny. He's very likable, just his voice. And it was a positive special. Like, it talked about a lot of its slant and a lot of its, angle was the idea that we live in like the best time in the world. It's the best time that there has ever been. You can love anyone you want. You can do anything you want. You can say you're a thing and you are that thing and you can make money off it. One of his business, you could be an influencer and not have to influence anybody. And just this idea that it's sort of a positive message, but still kind of goofing on sort of the ridiculousness of the world today. But not making it like sort of old man rhetoric, like, oh, back in my day, people needed to be real. It was like, you guys could be anything you want. Stop being depressed. Believe in yourself. You could do anything you want. You could say you're anything you want, and you could put it on YouTube and have 1 million followers. Believe in yourself. You could never do this any time before this. And I really enjoyed it. I love his voice. I love the way he sort of like makes his points, and he makes them funny. He curses better than almost anybody. It was just a really, really fun, and it was a good hour. And just like us also just looking at it from the comedian standpoint, like, man, the pressure of being on Netflix and live in Los Angeles. So it's like you're kind of in a spot where your rhetoric might be seen as too blue or too whatever. And he killed it, man. I thought he killed it. He did the hour. He did it unedited. The crowd loved it. I laughed a lot. Belly laughs. And he's an older comedian, you know what I mean? He's not one of these young whippersnappers where it's like, he gets credit maybe for just being the new hip kid. We're judging him based on his other specials and on his rhetoric, with these podcasts, the Shannon Sharp stuff. And I thought he covered all his bases. I thought he did a great job. I really enjoyed the hour. I recommend it. And it's inspiring stuff, you know what I mean? And it's really, so much of this year has been like a year of authenticity. Like, you got to be authentic, man. You got to really be who you are. And I think that one of the things that sort of has come across more than anything else with the Drake battles and with the, the stuff about Diddy that's coming out and all these sort of public images that are being torn down is that authenticity is key. People will follow you if they feel you're authentic, if they feel you're being real with them. You know what I mean? You're not putting on a persona. And that's helped me too. I find like I have this sort of mantra that your jokes have to be new, they have to be true, and they have to be you. And those are the jokes that work the best, where you're not sort of making up a personality like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that, or yeah, I'm this, and this, and this. You're just telling who you are and trying to find the humor in that. And I feel people can relate to that. And people enjoy when they see a little bit of themselves in someone else doing a bit that's a little bit embarrassing and maybe a little bit too revealing, but is speaking at a level that's real. And I think nowadays more than ever, especially with how things get exposed and how everybody kind of is trying to get into everybody's business. And, there was this Tom Brady roast that was also on Netflix. And it was brutal. I mean, the stuff that they were saying about the fellow guests, the stuff they were saying about Brady, brutal, brutal stuff. But people loved it. I thought some of the stuff I was a little bit like, I don't know. Roasting is kind of a hit or miss for me sometimes. But the likability of Tom Brady and the relatability of Tom Brady went way up because he took the jokes. He took some pretty serious jokes about his divorce, about his money, about his wife, about who he is. I mean, they called him some pretty harsh things. And he took it. He took it and he rode with it and he smiled and he didn't appear jaded or upset. And I appreciated that. You know, not even being a fan of roasting people, I really like that somebody like Tom Brady, who's kind of like the prodigal son, came across as a normal guy and was able to take the hits of people saying these things about him. And I really, really enjoyed that. I thought it was that element of it I really, really enjoyed. But it goes to that point of authenticity, man. Being authentic. Not having this sort of persona of I'm the golden boy and I always got to live off this golden boy persona. Just being a normal guy who just tried really hard and won championships, but not living off of this image of yourself or creating an image of yourself to try and like appeal to some group. And I think that was what kind of Drake fell into. I think that's what, you know, Tom Brady could have fell into, but he didn't. I thought he did a really great job. And I think the more I look at authenticity and the more I look at just trying to be yourself, it's hard. I mean, like I say, the hardest thing to do maybe ever, but in comedy especially, is to sound like yourself. You know, just to be yourself and to find the humor in that and not create this thing. You know, there's this joke that somebody makes about how Andrew Dice Clay, you know, he's married to that. Whether he wants to wear that leather coat and smoke or not, that is your persona. You created that. That's going to live forever. I think it was Bill Burr who said it, or he also said how like the AC/DC guy, he probably doesn't want to wear that little coat and those shorts with that little tie anymore, but he's created the persona and now he's married to it and he has to live there. And I think back in the day, it was fun to see people kind of create these things. You know, Sam Kinison with the yelling, ow, ow, ow. And that kind of stuff I think it's fun and people enjoy it. But we've kind of moved away from characterizations, I think. You know, I feel like the things that are really hitting and really striking and really kind of getting the culture and getting people's attention and really gaining popularity is authenticity. Being who you really are, not putting up a front. And being, you know, revealing, sometimes embarrassingly so. And between the rap battles and the roasts and the comedy specials I've been watching, that's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing that. Authenticity is king. Being yourself is king. And believing in yourself. Because if you can come across as who you are and still be likable and still be fun and not be jaded and you know, be the best version of you, people are drawn to that. You know what I mean? I'm drawn to that. And I know that the culture seems to be that way as well. And then X-Men 97 is the best show going right now. And a quick segue. If you haven't watched X-Men 97, it is terrific. I don't really want to speak on it too much till it's fully over. I believe there's 2 more episodes left. But let me tell you, if you like nostalgia, if you like X-Men, if you like cool cartoons, if you like cool things, X-Men 97 was terrific. Still is terrific. It's got 2 more episodes. But so far, everything's been super, super stellar. They'd have to really work hard to blow it. But I'll speak on X-Men 97 a little more once it's over. But so far, if you want to keep up, amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Watched Shogun 2. Thought it was good. The ending I felt a little bit teetered on. You know, I thought it was subtle, but maybe too subtle. I'm looking for a little bit more, I don't know, action-y, adventure-y, boogity. But, yeah, Shogun, X-Men 97, excellent. If you haven't seen Dune 2, Run, Don't Walk, Dune 2 is terrific. I've downloaded it, and I've watched it again at home, and it is still impactful and amazing. And really looking forward to kind of this next weekend coming up. Got a lot of big shows, very excited, got a lot of people coming. Tickets are almost sold out. That's very, very exciting to me. So wonderful thing. And yeah, I'm glad we got to kind of squeeze out a little podcast, chit chat, talk about what I've been seeing, what I've been doing, kind of what I've been up to. I hope everybody's doing good. If you like content like this, you like to hear me rant, have fun, listen to fun stories, please like and subscribe. I try to come on every week, do these fun little chit chats and talks, and talk about the things I like, the things I'm doing, the things I'm noticing, and yeah, just the world at large. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Jason Delgado. This is the Funny Podcast, Funny Delgado Podcast, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.